Hey guys, welcome back to the Discord how to make trap. This is James from Diskord, and we're now going to just put in the second break and the build up and the second drop. Now what this is going to be, the break is going to be essentially a condensed version of what's already happened, because the thing is, if you think about it in terms of a DJ playing the track, then chances are, at the very least, this isn't going to get heard in a club. There's a high possibility this won't get heard either, because I mean, personally at least, we quite often now tend to mix build to build, so it's just drop to drop to drop, and then if a track's got a nice breakdown in the middle, then you let it play. So whilst for people listening at home, you want to make sure that you've got all this going on at the start, it's worth it. It's important to have it in the middle as well for club use. So what we're going to do is, to start with, I'm just going to grab. So I've already got the second half of this intro coming straight after the drop. So it's a nice little segue into the breakdown. So then what we'll do is we're going to copy this breakdown and build. So I'll just select all of that, Command C, and then Command V here. Okay, I think I've just pasted that over a load of other stuff. Is that what I've done? Or have I just copied the entire lot? I just copied the entire lot, that's all it is. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff here. So, let's try that again, shall we? I'll tell you what it is, it's because I haven't followed my own rules. I haven't put in a locator there to say that that's the drop. There we go, now I know what I'm doing. So, let's copy that and put that there. Oh, it's not willing to play ball with me at all right now. Come on. There we go. Right, this is going to work for sure. So what I'm going to do here, really simple again. Like I hate to use that word quite so much, but it is the most important word. It's something that, we've personally battled with over the years of us doing production, is just trying to not complicate things too much, and not always trying to be so clever, and kind of just not feeling like you need to do loads of crazy ideas that at the end of the day in the club just get completely lost. So what you can do here, I'm going to go Command Shift Delete, and that's delete time. So what that does is, it doesn't just delete the content that's there, it actually removes the whole thing and moves whatever's after it back to that point. So now this breakdown is going to go straight into that build up. So there you go. It just keeps the vibe happen. The excitement just happens so much quicker now. You barely have time to catch your breath, which is, in a club, that's kind of what I want, certainly, and it seems to be what people want these days. They don't want long breakdowns that just take ages to get anywhere. Like I said before, it's all about keeping it moving. So what we'll do now is we're just gonna grab the drop, and I'm just going to make we're going to make sort of a B version of the first drop and use it as the second drop. So again, select the whole lot, Command C, and then hopefully this is going to work first time now. Command V. There we go. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of these kind of doing this whole melody, I'm gonna let's get rid of that pitch bend for a start. Actually, let's get rid of all of it. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm making it way more monotone, but then I'm going to fix that by, instead of it doing all that pitching there, it's just going to be one long pitch here, and then it'll come back down again for this bit, and then go back up again. Bit too quick. Actually, I don't think it needs to come down for that bit. I think it can just keep going. So just keep it going up. That's one thing. If there's a gap, you always need to start it. Just keep a flat line between. Otherwise, it sounds weird when it starts higher than it finished. So this one needs to go an octave down. Maybe slow that down a little bit. And also, I'm just going to put little pitch bends down at the end of each of the phrases as well. So I've always tried to explain why, like pitching down, up, like up and then down at the ends of the starts and ends of phrases, why it sounds so good, why it adds so much attitude. The only thing I can kind of think of is, you think of like a guy playing like a organ or a keyboard in some like old rock band or whatever. They always kind of slide up to the notes, and same on a guitar, and anything that's got a bit of attitude to it. There's always like, you don't just hit the note bang on and then stop bang on. There's always a bit of kind of sliding up and sliding down, and for some reason that works so well on like EDM synths, especially on trap synths. So that's a little, I mean, I that's like my really poor explanation. about why I think it sounds good. Like it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to anyone else, but in my head that makes perfect sense. So if it makes sense to you, good. Like, you're as weird as me, so good for you. So I think that's still going up a little bit too high, maybe. So let's pull that down, and then pull that down to. That's probably why. Look, so let's bring that down a bit more, and then copy that again. Okay, so then we'll just do the same thing, but because you've got a completely different vibe happening, it will sound different. And like this, because it's kind of just ascending the whole time, it sounds super exciting. So let's just... And then what we'll do on the end here is, just to finish it off nicely, is we'll keep that going. So rather than it stopping there, we'll just keep it going like that. And then we'll do the reverb trick that I showed you with the looped vocal in the build-up. We'll do the same thing on this. So... And then what am I doing? There we go. So same thing there. So what we'll do is throw a little reverb on here. Let's go bright room. Quite bright, I guess. So then, and just automate that dry wet again. And then maybe what we could do is just keep that going slightly longer there. Yeah, we'll just keep that going right to the end there. Perfect. So then just copy that onto there and onto there, get that onto the right. And then knocked it down. And then what we'll do is just grab the snare roll that we made for the build up. Let's throw that in at the end there. Maybe make it go all the way to the end. And then just for a nice clean bookended outro, sorry, let's put the intro on the end, because it's always nice to kind of have a story that ends up back where it started. It feels like you've sort of gone on a little journey and then come back home again. So let's maybe start everything from there. Also, another thing we'll do on the drop, I just remembered, let's just start the clap right from the go. Let's keep it hype. Yeah, nice. Then let's not filter that up. Let's filter that. Get rid of that vocal, and that's more or less the layout of the track, I reckon. So that's the second drop. In the next video, what we're going to do is just run through adding some effects, risers, reverse reverbs, a couple of things like that, just to flesh out the track, make it feel a little bit more exciting. So come back, join us in the next part for the effects.
If you like this course, why not head over to sonicacademy.com, where we have hundreds of complete track builds in every genre imaginable, including all the project files and samples. You'll also find tutorials on plugins and synths, mixing and mastering, over 250 tech tips, artist interviews, along with our award-winning plugins, samples and preset packs.